Okay, you gotta learn that when you come to this academy, this is what we preach. All of you was late. We said 3 minutes, you take advantage, you take 8 minutes. Seriously, our students, this is our mantra. If you're on time, you're already late. Yeah? When you come to work, if you start at 8 o'clock and you punch in, you're later in. Yeah, you gotta be ready to go. So for us, if you're early, that means you're on time. Okay? So if we host our next meeting again, you guys better be early. Because if not, you're gonna be late. You're gonna come to the principal's office. The only one who was early was host. Okay? So remember this, at Hookipa, on time and late. Okay? Early, you're on time. Our students, we used to punch in a time clock to make sure that we know that they're early. So next time we're going to have a punch clock for you guys. Your name and company, and we're going to send that to your boss. Okay? Now don't copy this. This is copyright. Hey, hey. HWA. You gotta pay. Okay, I'd like to introduce Maureen Dunn, who's the administrator for the Hookipa Workforce Academy at Kaimuki High School. She's been a driving force behind this to really get it going. So Maureen, would you like to come and say a few words?
I'd just like to welcome you and thank you for letting Kaimuki and the Hookipa Workforce Academy host your part of the meeting. So thank you for coming. I'm glad to meet you all, and hopefully we can collaborate so you can kind of see the direction and vision of where we're going to go. Hospitality Academy. We have 3 pathways: the culinary pathway, entertainment, and then hotel operations. And this is going to be our driving force of hotel operations. We had a good cohort of kids last summer that got to experience some of what Hookipa did. With getting them, kind of technical academic skills to be somewhat work ready. And they got to have some internships at Cindy's, Team Clean, and then at the Alamana Shopping Center. But this is the direction that we want, and we're hoping to get more kids interested, especially the kids coming up from the middle school. But we see this as our forefront at Hospitality Academy. So if you have any questions, you can speak with me after, but I'll be more than welcome to hear any of your recommendations and whatnot. But hopefully we can be somewhat of a partnership in the future. Thank you so much.
You guys heard of the African proverb, takes an entire village to educate a child? Okay, that's what it is. Because the Hookipa Workforce Academy, we're private, we're working with state agencies, we're working with city agencies, and federal agencies. So there's no way one agency can do it together. So this is really a nice model of people coming together and working. It's been a year now since we first started. Kel and I had this talk just about a year ago about putting this together. So in 1 year, we were able to put things together very quickly. Kel had this epiphany. For those of you who are in public school, epiphany means you had this vision. Get out, I went through the wall, you know what I mean? Okay, so anyway, he had this epiphany, we talked, and he said, you know what? He had this idea of wanting to help students graduate, right? High school. How can we do that? So him coming from the business, me coming from education, that's really hard to hear because we want to help kids graduate, earn credits. How are we going to do that? So we talked about it. We said, okay, we want to be sure that kids come to school, give them credit, and give them work experience. I think the kicker for this program is that we offer them classroom work to earn elective credits that they can use for graduation. Yeah. But more importantly is that we dovetail that with work experience and hands-on training. Now, about December, I was flying home from LA. I was reading a paper, and they were talking about CTE, career and technical education, and how the nation, we're going to start changing how we look at education. And in that, they said that, in that article, they said, you know, what we're going to look at now is that the trend should be that we give relevant classroom teaching, yeah, and match that up with work experience. And look, wow, we're already doing that. Yeah, I know that's where I think HWA is unique. That the classroom work is relevant to the work experience. So as Dee will talk a little bit about our different levels and how this is all going to work. But we're not going to be teaching Shakespeare. We're not going to be teaching calculus. Yeah, the science will be towards food sanitation. The language arts going to be towards writing reports. The math going to be figuring out chemicals and knowing all this safety stuff. So this is what we're kind of doing. So this is how it started with that epiphany that we had. And so when we say, okay, let's do it, where we going to say, Kaimuki, closest to Waikiki. Then the next question, okay, who else do we need? We needed somebody smart.
So you never call me?
Again, we wanted somebody smart. Let me say, somebody smart. So we called upon Dee Zane to be our partner. She's a former elementary school principal, highly recognized, highly minded school. Former personnel director, so lots and lots of experience in the field. So she's a curriculum person. She's the brains behind the educational side. Kiala is the brains behind the business side. I'm just
Okay, the marketing person.
So got some things I want to talk about real quick. We're working with the high school kids at here at Kaimuki, and hopefully we can eventually go out to different high schools, but this is our prototype. Yeah, we're going to get this down and then take it out later. But we're also going to have adult classes, and we're going to give you a preview of what we're doing here, and we're going to take it to, this is going to be a training center. And so this is going to mirror a hotel. But we have a computer lab that we're going to offer classes for adults, especially to the executive housekeepers. We want to offer classes in PowerPoint, Excel, or whatever you guys want. We want to offer classes for you folks. So if you have your business card, yeah, you give me your business card, we're going to give you 2 free classes, sessions. Okay? You give me a business card.
I should write my name down.
Yeah, you can. Write your name. So, if you give me your business card, we're going to pull 2 names, and when we have our classes, you can send 2 people home for free. We only charge tax, though. It's going to be the cost of it. It's going to be 2 free, okay? That's worth it, because it's worth big bucks. Okay? We'll let Rose know, we'll send it out in an email. Yeah? And what will be offered. Okay. So give me your business card. If you attach Scotch tape with $5 underneath, maybe 10 tickets. That way I can feel on which one. Okay, real fast. Simple Beat. They wrote about us in Simple Beat, about what we're trying to do here. We had our naysayers saying, oh, we're preparing students only to come up with minimum wages. Karina came to our rescue. She wrote and said, hey, you know what? You come to work as a housekeeper at her property, you can start $14 to $17 an hour. How does that translate to minimum wage? So we want to thank you guys for your support. We need for you guys to do it. We're helping them to prepare them. Yeah? We're not repairing the kids. As David said, when they come to us, we're preparing them. We're not repairing them. They're not damaged goods. Yeah? So that's David said. Okay. If you have any job openings, let us know. Maybe we can refer something. But after this graduation, after this school year is over, we're going to be able to start sending you guys employees that you guys can screen. Of course, team clean, we're going to pick the best one first. And then send a job one to the kind of character manager. Perfect. So please let us know. Okay. I wanted to recognize Hilton Doubletree a lot. Alan Sin's not here, but they donate a lot of things for us. Like they gave us beds, they gave us a lot of Pandavanis. They closed out, so they gave us a lot of their dishes, their equipment. So we'll show you that. John from Aqua gave us his furniture for what kind of furniture? A lobby furniture. But he's going to donate more for Hookipa furniture for Lanai, where we'll talk a little bit more about Lanai later on. And then he's also donating things to Mira. If you guys have anything you want to donate to us, please let us know. Okay? Don't give us like rubbish though. Give us stuff that can work. Not like you guys 10-year-old computers that don't work. Okay? Okay, I think that's it. So let me call upon Kiala to talk a little bit about the business side and how we're working on this real quick. We're going to show a quick video so you can understand better. B's going to talk, video, and then the kid.
Yeah, I kind of need to do that when I talked about the announcement, so I think we'll do that.
Okay, but B, you want to talk about that? She's our curriculum specialist.
Sabrina.
Happy New Year, everybody, and thank you for coming to our facility. I've always been interested in having kids succeed, who are too. And they were successful this summer, and it was only because that people like you out there, people in their community, at the work sites, who opened their arms and said, okay, I'll have a OJT on the job training school. And so during this past summer, we had summer school for 26 students. They came to school before 8 in the morning. They finished up about 11, had to take lunch, and before they to work the entire summer. We had percentages successful like in the 90s. Attendance, success rate, they did projects, they did journals, they did problem solving about the workplace that they went to. One young man said, oh man, they make us work so hard. And so the teacher said, well, you know, if you grumble like that, I would have fired you. And they learned really quick. And what that said to me was that to us, that, you know, when you have your expectations for students, right away, regardless of their age, they rise up to it. And so, you know, with the Hookipa Workforce Academy, our motto is inspiring. We inspire kids to succeed, to do well, to be goal-oriented, to look for their future and be successful. So that's what we are here for, to inspire them and cultivating them. When they go to school, they're learning reading and math and technology. They need to know that these are like fertilizer, nourishment for the soul and for the mind, and cultivate them to have knowledge and skill and relationship so that they can be successful. And then we also have raising our hospitality industry. You know the Aloha State with our amazing law that says we have a law that all the people in Hawaii will demonstrate Aloha spirit. So all of that is part of our curriculum. Academics, personal relationships, and community spirit. So what we do real quickly is we have 4 levels of the curriculum. One is to explore. We learn all about the hotel industry. A lot of people say, how can they learn that? Well, they can because of technology. They go on the site and they see what you have, and they see what the guests say about your hotels too. And then they problem solve. Okay, so they explore the front of the house, the back of the house, and then they do problem solving decision making. They learn a lot of communication skills. And Randy mentioned to you about the training session we will have for people in the business community like you. We'll also have sessions like how to write reports based on data-based information. So that's very objective. So that we work with people. You know, oh, they're not making money. Look, here is the data. We need to do something about it. Probably decision making. Yeah. So it's all about a lot of people working together. And so underneath all of the curriculum, we make sure that it's solid foundation. We follow the the slide will show what they did and what they can do, and then at lunch, this is our first period. So anyway, maybe during lunch if you have questions, we can talk to them. Okay? Again, thank you.
Thank you, Vee. Okay, so we're going to show a short video. We're going to have three students come up and talk real quickly. I just want to say that we're also going to be offering workplace literacy classes. We did with Aqua Resorts, we did with Outrigger. We want to start that up again, so Myra, I know, is interested in that. So we've been doing this, we kind of stopped. We're going to start this up again through Parenting Community School for Adults. So if you want workplace literacy class, I know this has been a success with you guys too, yeah? So we did Outrigger, we did like about 3 or 4 properties already. We want to continue that. So if you're interested, it's no chart law. It's $20 a student. That's just to take the test. We got to give them assessment tests and all that, but that's it. Parenting is going to provide the instructors. So if you want to know about the success of that, you can talk to Aqua and Outrigger. So we're going to do that workplace literacy again. Okay. So how do I turn this on? Where's Rose? Rose.
You need to take a PowerPoint first. Yeah, a little lock.
Is your passport your PIN code for your card? For your card?
So the idea came from Brian Kellerman, president of the and his philosophy with his company is he doesn't want his employees to earn just minimum wage, but he wants them to earn a livable wage. And this is part of the basis of our program that we want our students to and be able to earn a livable wage coming out of high school.
It's kind of looked at the workforce that normally comes through the door and applies for us, and we realized that they need some help in order to be job ready. So we just kind of came together, put our minds together, and we came up with the Hookipa Workforce Academy.
The tourist and hospitality industry needs a larger workforce in the future. So we thought about going to a high school and partner with them.
And we thought Kaimuki would be a good location, and we were blessed that Principal Wade was open to the idea. He shared that thought.
Kaimuki High School has been in the Smaller Learning Communities Consortium for the past 7 years. So we were looking for ways to expand and get into our academies. We believe strongly that we need to educate for careers and give the kids some relevance and some, focus and reason for coming to school and have goals for them to set. So we look for partners, and we found one with the Hookipa Workforce Academy. So they're helping us as we develop and morph into our Hospitality Academy, which will open in 2014-15.
A lot of these kids are very bright, they're very good-hearted, hard workers, but often will be overlooked because they don't know how to present themselves in an interview, or they don't know how to get that follow-up call. And so we're here to support them, to teach them these things that you learn along the way, but kind of give it to them at the forefront so that they're one step ahead and they're that much more successful in their first attempt. We really think about the basic of what is the premise of this class, what is the purpose, and so we tailored it to mimic a lot of the things that they're going to see in the real world. So for example, punching in and out. If they come in late, we tell them that's going to affect your grade. Because, in school, yes, you can get a tardy slip and still go to class. But if you go to work, if you show up late a few times, you might not have a job the next day. And so we kind of talk in that motto, if you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time.
A lot of the kids enjoy doing this kind of thing because it's new. I mean, they get to go to work, and all the difficulties, the challenges that they might have at work, they have someone to talk to about it. Rather than, people can talk to their parents, brothers, sisters, but it's different talking to somebody that is sort of outside in the school environment, where we can really actually visit them, we actually see what they're doing and talk to their supervisors.
I think it helps them just to have someone to listen, to help them go through what they're going through, rather than just going to the workplace, experiencing positive and negatives and having no one to relate to, no one to fall back on.
So in a nutshell, this classroom is designed to get us ready for the work environment. So the first portion focuses on the academic aspect of jobs. So we will learn basic math skills and basic English skills. All of it seems pretty much like review, but we apply these skills every day.
We're learning about life skills, which is everything that we're doing in class. Reading, we're doing math.
Inventory, just an ordering form, like how much each item costs, how much items you're purchasing of that certain thing. How to summarize, use context clues for words that we don't know, and procedures.
If we summarize something and we're supposed to tell somebody else about, like for example, a memo or like an emergency, we can share with our coworkers, and they might get the wrong idea and something might go wrong. Usually at the end of class, our teacher would make us stand in 2 lines. She would ask us a question on 1 line. We would answer that question to our partner, and then after we're done, our partner would try to summarize and then tell us what we said.
I never realized how independent you have to be in the workforce. You have a job. You're not just supposed to perform it for a couple hours and leave. You have to sort of apply yourself. You have to be able to step out of your comfort zone, if you will.
Someone tells you to put a box near a door where it says do not block, you should go up to them and ask them, where should we put it? Can we put it in another location? You cannot be rude to customers. Even when they're rude to you, you still have to keep it professional.
You learn to work with different types of people, different personalities. It's hard to work for your buddy.
You can't always get what you want. You have to learn to accept it, even though you don't like it. I have to make my own money, and I have to learn some things that I don't get. I have my own money. I don't have to ask my parents for money for boss or to buy clothes and all that for me.
The second half of this class focuses on the field experience.
We did our first interviews with what we wanted or what we had planned for.
We would watch videos of how people would perform their jobs, what people think of their jobs. We just sort of reflect on ourselves, see how our character matches with our jobs, see if our personality is fit to, I'd say it's compatible with the community and with our employers.
My name is Paul Giacota. I was born and raised in Hawaii. My responsibility for FCH Enterprises is as president. I am asked to oversee our 5 entities, including Suki's Restaurants, Napoleon's Bakery, including Food Solutions International, Computer Experience, and the most recent addition to our family, Hookipa Workforce. We wanted to get to know about the program, about the students in the program, about the goals of the program, how we can help, and how we can help to educate. We ensure that they had a chance to go through an interview, they had a chance to learn about our philosophies and about our house rules. I had the opportunity to speak to the class. Our human resources people had the opportunity to interview all the people interested. So we wanted to have a very realistic and accurate experience, and that was done.
Supplementing the curriculum, although it's a very critical part, their managers and supervisors are instructors as well. So they're learning and connecting with the classroom teachers so that the terminology is tightly woven. Also, we are using an online self-paced course.
The students do a daily reflection based on what has happened in class, in the workplace, how everything sort of comes together. Since we are in charge of creating the curriculum, we create it based on that. So every day is different. We're always changing it, and we're just able to really be there for them.
In the beginning, they're very apprehensive about sharing their ideas, asking questions. I know they had the questions, but they didn't feel comfortable enough to ask them. But now they've gotten to know each other, they've got to know us, the program, they have more knowledge, more experience just in a few weeks. you can see their confidence level increase. You know, they're more confident in who they are, the work, they find value in the work, and then, you know, find value in themselves.
I'm shy and whatnot. I learned that I should be open and speak my mind of what's right.
Hookipa has helped me get to know people, and I'm usually a shy person, so like after 4 or 3 weeks of this, I've got to know people in my class.
I'm not very comfortable talking to other people per se, but I never thought that, you know, I'd have to constantly stay in communication with my workers, my co-workers.
At this age, when they're about to really become what they're going to become, it's very rewarding to see, like, when we tell them something, you know, they're going to take it with them.
Talking to some of the kids, interviewing them, it put a lot of relevance into what they need to do. It showed them that they have to work hard and do their best all the time, not just when they choose to. It's building that intrinsic, you know, drive in them, which is great.
Now I learned that what it means that work is hard.
Well, being in the hotel, it's a challenge. I mean, it's hard work.
You have to be able to take the initiative. You have to go beyond what you think you're capable of. Be firm, be attentive. Kind of goes beyond my expectations.
I'm in awe of how it went this summer because I think we set out to inspire, cultivate, and raise the next generation of workforce. And what I didn't really realize is the students would do the same for us. And together they actually took on that mission to inspire, cultivate, and raise the workforce in our community through their actions and just who they are. So I'm in pretty on cloud nine. The future of the program is unlimited. It's really encouraging to be here today, to see them graduate and to see their performance and what they got out of the summer. And I think because of that, there's endless possibilities of what can be done.